Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good midday to you. Yes, I'm talking to you. The person that's watching this, I'm talking to you. Yes, I am. And I'm coming in here kind of like just basically with something on my mind. I wanted to talk to you, the woman who been really feeling emotionally drained, right? You've been feeling like this for a little minute now, and you just don't understand why. And the reason I want to talk about that is because if you're like me, you know, this channel had some changes. It had some silent changes that none of you guys know about because I really wasn't posting and I really wasn't talking about my channel, right? Because I was trying to create my channel and instead of allowing the Lord to let me know what I needed to post and what I needed to do and what He wanted me to talk about, right? I am a great fan. I'm a huge fan of emotional wellness because I know without your your emotional management and your emotionally sanity, you cannot function. You won't function, right? You won't function in the way that the good Lord has designed you to. But before I do all of that, my name is Keisha Johnson McCrae. I am a certified life coach, but I specialize in the area of holistic emotional wellness, right? And that just simply means is I help women, I help Christian women, right? Believers, women who are lovers of God, who are looking to be more emotionally stable, be more emotionally equipped, right? Who need emotional support. I help you all to get back your joy, right? How to get back your the purpose in your life that the Lord has given you, how to even recognize that, and how to have your peace of mind back. Because I can remember a time, girl, okay, whoever's watching this, I can remember a time when mine was gone, okay, and it was nothing but God Himself who got me out of it. But in this video, which I just want to tell you that I wanted to speak to you a little bit about lupus. Yeah, that's basically what it was. Lupus and your emotional wellness, right? I'm going to be having other videos where I'll probably go into a little deep dive into what lupus is and my journey with it. But on today, to be in short, lupus is a autoimmune disease that causes the body and the cells into the body to attack itself, right? We have cells in our body, the white blood cells and the red blood cells. These cells are given to us to protect us, right, against foreign invaders. Foreign invaders like viruses, different sicknesses that come and hit the bodies, like pneumonia, what else? What else you guys can think of? You know, anything that hits us and causes us to be sick, the body's supposed to immediately attack it, and it's supposed to heal, right? Work in the healing process. However, those of you with any immune deficiency, any immune disease, but specifically I do know with lupus, the body will attack itself even when it's well. So it's going to attack our good-ish tissues and cells, and it's going to attack the foreign invaders as well. So it's almost like I put it in my own words, but you can look it up. I put it in my own words more, mainly like my body is confused, right? The body is confused, but we know God didn't design our body to be that way. So the devil is a liar. So I know with this disease, it has to be diagnosed by it should be diagnosed by a rheumatologist. Sometimes it's diagnosed by your medical doctor, but you should be seeing a specialist. So I want to talk a lot about, for some reason, I know I speak to a lot of women, and I've spoken to a lot of women who indicate that they feel that their emotions is all over the place, and these same women are dealing with lupus. So I want to say to you I want to just give you this one tip, because I don't want this video to be this long, because this video was just off the top of my head, to tell you the truth, because the Lord put something in me, downloaded in me, and I needed to get it out before I forget or before I got distracted. Because if you all don't know, I also battle ADHD symptoms, but that's another video. But those of you with lupus and you battle emotional issues, you find yourself dealing with a lot of confusion when it comes to your emotions. You are highly heightened in your emotional sensitivity, right? It could be so many reasons that this is so, but I'm talking to the woman who feels that. I'm not talking to the woman who feels that her emotions is so out of control. She feels like she's losing her mind. She feels like she can't maintain her daily household duties. She feels like she doesn't want to be here. You need a specialist, okay? You need a professional, a licensed professional, right? If you're watching this and you feel like that and you're not seeing a specialist, please stop watching this video right now and get in touch with a mental health specialist. Have your doctor right now get in touch with a mental health specialist to refer you to. And even if not so, if you feel that in need of something or somebody you need to speak to, call 911 if you feel that you don't have the control, right? I am not a substitute for a professional licensed person to speak with you, to help you. I'm just merely coming to you for educational purposes and what I know, what I've learned, and the tools and strategies, biblically and practical, that I could give you in order to help you at least be able to maintain your life in a way that grants you, will help you become a better you, right? And that's also with number one, making sure that we are lining up and we are also staying connected to God, right? So, okay, so I kind of threw that in there. So that woman, like I indicated, no, I need you to seek professional help. But for the average woman, you have lupus. You feel like all you do is complain. You feel like all you do is have an issues. All you feel is that you keep having meltdowns. All you feel like it's just life is so heavy on you, right? But you are a woman of God. But you silently struggle in these areas. So what I want to say to you, and I said all of that because I said a lot, and I will make another video probably to be like a part 2 for this, but I had this on my mind and I had so much other extra things to say. I want to say to you, that woman, number one, our emotions are normal, right? Our emotions is something that God has given us to be neither bad nor good, right? There's no bad in having emotions, and just not all this good to have a certain type of emotions. They're built within us to have. They're part of our feelings, right? They're what develops out of our feelings, right? The emotion. It's the action part out of our emotions, right? Right? Motion, right? So I want to say to you, what would work for me was basically paying more attention to God. Sometime I really had to get somewhere, sit and get under Him, right? Whether that's in my bathroom, whether that was on the side and corner by my bed, or inside of my closet where my clothes is at the bottom, because I feel like I can hug Him a little more deeper, wherever that is for you, that is quiet and it's maybe out of the norm of where you would normally go there. And I challenge you to If you're too emotional to even talk, God is the only God that can read our mind. He knows what we're thinking. He wants to hear it because he wants us to bring it to him. But before you do that, just sit. Sit and listen. Sit and cry. Sit and complain. Sit with him. And I guarantee you, after a little bit of few minutes with him, you'll start praying. You'll start talking to him. And I guarantee you, after 15, 20 minutes, once you get into prayer with him, you are going to feel so much better, right? You'll have a little more clarity in maybe why you are feeling the way you are, right? And when you come from out of this and you do feel better, number 2, begin to write it down. Write down those things that led up to that moment. A lot of people want to talk about the moment, but if you can remember, you didn't just feel that way. That way worked this way up until that moment to where you felt like you needed to go and seek God, or you just needed somebody to talk to. It worked this way up, right? And I'm talking about within that day. I'm not talking about months and then it seemed like it led up to that. But there was something in that day that led to that break out moment of emotional overwhelm or emotional drain. There was something that led to that. You need to be able to start from the beginning of your day to that day. To that moment. What was going on with you. And those are the 2 things I'm going to give you right now to start with. Because I think for me, and these are not made up things, it's the things that I did. And I think that if you practice that, and if you do that, I feel that you'll feel some things that you may have to make a change in, some areas of your life you may have to make a change in. But what I do want to say to you is lupus is a disease. I always had a saying a long time ago. I had an old channel. All I did was talk about was lupus. And I know that's where the Lord want me to go, because I find that there's a lot of people with lupus that's out there. It appears to feel like lupus has to be their life. Like their whole life is surrounded around lupus, right? Everything is lupus. Everything is this. Everything is that. And I don't say this lightly. I don't say this is because lupus has been pretty quiet for me. But trust me, between the Lord and the changes that I had to make, that didn't happen overnight, right? You know, you have a lot of people that have a lot of ailments when it comes down to lupus and different things. And lupus will change your mindset, right? Because of the pain and the stress that it causes, the uncertainty that it causes. It will. But it's going to start with you, the person, saying, I don't want to feel like this anymore, even if I feel like it. I don't want to feel like this anymore, even if I feel like it, right? I don't want to feel like this anymore. So remember, it is okay to feel. We have to feel in order to heal, right? We can't be taking our feelings and putting them underneath